Welcome back, Rich Minds. It's your boy Reno coming back to you with another video. And today's topic is gonna be 5 signs it's your winning season. Yes, sir. Let me say a lot of for the people in the back. Listen, y'all. This video is based upon all the signs of how you know this is your winning season. All right. Listen, I want you to understand something. God just brought you through a storm. Yes, sir. But it's your winning season. You just came through a situation of hardship. Yes, sir. But it's your winning season. And it's some people who thought you would never come out that storm. Yes, sir. But it's your winning season. All right. I want you to understand something. God brought you through a storm. Yes, sir. And to affirm, manifest, and confirm that over your life, make sure you drop in the comments and say, God just brought me through a storm. Yes, sir. Listen, make sure you drop in the comments and say, God just brought you through a storm. I want you to understand something. You are now in your winning season. And I'm about to give you all the 5 signs of how you know this is your season. All right. But y'all already know how we do. Y'all make sure y'all leave a thumbs up on this video as well as subscribe to the channel. Yes, sir. And not only that, but be sure if any one of these signs resonate with you to drop in the comments and say this my winning season. All right. So the first sign is going to be this, y'all. You just came through a storm. Yes, sir. Let me say a lot of for the people in the back. Understand this, y'all. You just came through a storm. So whatever that situation was for you, all right, maybe you just lost a loved one. Yes, sir. Maybe you just lost a job. Yes, sir. Maybe you just got evicted, repossession. I don't know what it is. But if any one of those connected with you or any type of calamity, all right, some type of tragedy, I want you to understand something. You just came through that storm and you came out on top. All right. It's a lot of people who don't get that opportunity to come out on top. It's a lot of people who they gave up, right? They gave up. Do you know how strong of a person that you have to be in order to not give up in those times? Yes, sir. Like if a person is about to lose their job and they don't know how they're going to provide for themselves or their family, okay? They don't know where their next meal coming from, right? They don't even understand how to deal with the loss of their loved one. Yes, sir. But see, you understood it. You understood the assignment. Somebody drop in the comments and say, I understood the assignment. Yes, sir. Make sure you drop in the comments and say you understood the assignment. What I'm trying to get y'all to understand is, y'all, you just came through that storm, right? Listen, y'all, anytime there's a storm, what happens? The sun come out, okay? The sun begin to shine, right? Those clouds, they go away and it become clear blue skies. And what I'm trying to get you to understand and realize is this right here. You just came through a storm. Yes, sir. See, y'all, whenever you're on the interstate and you driving and you looking at the storm and you see how them cars are slowing down, right? Everything done slowed down, right? At one point, okay? The sun is dropped. The sun ain't nowhere to be found. Nothing but water coming down, okay? It's a thunderstorm. But guess what? When the sun come out, you start seeing how the cars start moving faster again. Yes, sir. Whenever the storm stops, you begin to see how the skies clear up, okay? And that's the same thing with your situation. So you going in life, you going, and you trying to get there. But see, the problem was it was a storm and you had to slow up. Whatever that was. See, God had you down for a minor setback for a major comeback. Yes, sir. Understand this, y'all. You was going through a minor setback for a major comeback. God brought you through that storm. And it's nothing that nobody can do about it. All right? When God give action in your life, yes, sir, it's nobody that can give cut. Okay? See, God is the director. Somebody drop in the comments and say, God is the director. I want you to understand something, y'all. When God yell action, there's nobody else that can yell cut in your life. See, he brought you through a storm and the sun is now shining and they ain't got no choice but to watch you shine. Yes, sir. Make sure you drop in the comments and say, this my time to shine. Drop in the comments and say, this is my time to shine. I want you to understand something. This your winning season. Number 2, the second sign is going to be this, y'all. You are experiencing a climate change, okay? You are experiencing a climate change. But Reno, what you mean by that? Understand this, y'all. A climate change is simply this, y'all. New environments, new people, new opportunities, new places, new things. You are experiencing a climate change. Okay, as I was going through my divorce, y'all, and as I began to get into my winning season, I started understanding I was going through a climate change. All right. Well, what was my climate change? Right? New job. What was my climate change? New people I started meeting and surrounding myself around. Okay. New opportunities. Okay. Finding out new things that I was actually good at. Revisiting certain things that I was actually good at. I was going through a climate change. See, some of y'all watching this video right now is going through a climate change. Yes, sir. Somebody drop in the comments and say, I'm going through that right now, Reno. Make sure you drop in the comments and say, I'm going through that right now, Reno. I want you to understand and realize this, y'all. You are going through a climate change, and that's a clear indication that you are in your winning season, right? You starting to meet new people, okay? You starting to smile again. You got new opportunities, okay? You going to new places. Maybe you traveling, all right? I mean, you starting to do different things that you never thought you would be doing. You going through a climate change. In that old climate, it was things that you was used to doing and accustomed to doing, right? Once you get into a new climate change, you start realizing that, oh, this is something different. This is something new, all right? And that's a clear indication that after that storm, God has something bigger in store for you. Yes, sir. I want somebody to drop in the comments and say, God got something bigger for me. Okay, drop in the comments and say, God got something bigger for me. I want you to realize and understand this, y'all. You going through a climate change. So don't be afraid. Okay, let me speak on that for a second. That's one thing that happens when you go through a climate change. You start feeling like you're not supposed to be there, right? You start feeling like something weird is happening. Okay, you start feeling like, man, I wanted to go back to old times. I wanted to get back to where it was, right? Because what? You are comfortable. Right? You find yourself in comfortability. But see, sometimes you got to find yourself getting uncomfortable being comfortable. Right? You got to get uncomfortable being comfortable. And that's what I'm saying in this video, y'all. I want you to understand. Listen, you are going through a climate change. Don't be afraid. Don't be nervous. Just let it happen. All right, just let it happen, y'all. Let everything flow. Just let it flow. Because guess what? That minor setback gonna turn into a major comeback, and it's gonna be you sitting in front of a camera. It's gonna be you sitting in front of a stage. It's gonna be you talking to a young brother or a young sister, telling them your story. Yes, sir. You going through a climate change, and guess what? This your winning season, and there's nothing that nobody can do about it. Number 3, the third sign is gonna be this, y'all. This is open door season. All right, open door season, y'all. Y'all gotta listen to a song by Dietrich Haddon, right? He got a song called Open Door Season. All right, and I really like that song because in one of my lowest and my darkest moments, it really connected with me. Okay, like it really connected with me and showed that, man, like this is open door season. God got you exactly where He wants you. Okay, God got you exactly where He wants you. See, right now you feel like you alone. Yes, sir. Right now you feel like ain't nobody listening. Yes, sir. And right now you feel like you doing it all by yourself. But I got news for you. This is open door season. Why? Because this is your winning season. You got to understand that, y'all. It's going to be opportunities that you're going to be able to foster. All right. It's going to be opportunities that got your name on it and only your name on it. You got a whole lot of grace over you. Okay. Understand that you have grace and favor over your life. And that's what God is going to give you once it's your open door season. This your winning season. All right. It's nothing that nobody can do about it. Listen, when God opened the door, there's no door that a man can close. Yes, sir. When God opened them doors for you, there's no door that no man can close. Meaning, you probably got this high position job that you applied for, and you about to get the interview. Okay, and you already getting the vibes that this person don't like you. Yes, sir. You already getting the vibes that this person is, man, this really not a good person. He got the power to say, I'm hired or fired. I don't know, God. And God say, no, listen, you're going to still walk in there and I'm going to open that door for you. Why? Because there's no door that a man can close after God done opened it. What am I saying? This is open door season. I don't care who in the way. I don't care what the enemy got in store. I don't care what they saying. I don't care what they doing. And I don't care how much they slandering your reputation. Yes, sir. Listen, no man can close the door that God has already opened. Understand that, y'all. This is your open door season. And can't nobody stop you from walking inside that door. All right, listen, y'all, if this is good, man, y'all make sure y'all drop in the comments and say this is good, Reno. Yes, sir. If this video is good right now, y'all make sure y'all drop in the comments, okay, and say, Reno, this is good. All right, and if you watching this video, you watching it for a very specific and special reason. This is your winning season, and I hope that you're able to manifest, all right, affirm and confirm everything I'm saying within this video that's going on in your life. All right, this your winning season, and they can't stop you. Number 4, y'all, is gonna be this: you are reaping the harvest of your spring. All right, you are reaping the harvest of your spring. So, Reno, what you mean by that? Listen, when you are reaping the harvest of your spring, that means that all the work that you done put in, all right, in the prior season, everything that you've done in the prior season, all the work that you put in, right, all the seeds that you have sown, all that. Guess what? Now you starting to reap. See, when you start planting them seeds, all right, you didn't see it right then. You didn't see that it happened right then. Let me tell you about the Chinese bamboo tree, okay? Let me tell you about the Chinese bamboo tree. Chinese bamboo tree is basically a tree that originated from China, right? And they grow those trees. The Chinese bamboo tree, it grows up to 70 feet tall, all right? 70 feet tall. If y'all know anything about basketball, that's 10 yard means. All right. And so that Chinese bamboo tree grow over 70 feet tall. But see, here's the kicker though, y'all. Here's the kicker. So the kicker is it takes 5 years. Okay. It takes 5 years after planting that seed, watering that seed, keeping the seed with full of nutrients, all right, before you can even see the first inch grow. Take 5 years. All right, and then after that, it takes additional time. I want to say it take anywhere between 5 to 10 days for it to actually sprout up. Reno, what are you saying? See, right now, it's somebody watching this video and they done planted some seeds. They done started a YouTube channel. They done, applied for this job. They done, been working on this dream, and they ain't been seeing no type of results. Yes, sir, they ain't been seeing nothing. Man, I'm talking about like you've been working all your life, seem like, okay, 3, 5, 10 plus years, and you haven't seen no type of progression. I came to you with news, y'all. I want you to understand the Chinese bamboo tree takes 5 years for it to grow. All right, and after those 5 years, it takes 5 to 10 years for it to sprout up over 70 feet tall. All right. Now, do you imagine what you're going to be going through in the times of your despondency, in the times of your losing seasons, in the time of you going through a storm, right? You trying to build this business. Yes, sir. You talking about God gave you a vision and you haven't seen not the first lick of progress. I understand. I can empathize with that, right? I understand and I can empathize with that. So what I'm saying is this right here. Now that you went through that storm, yes, sir. Now that you went through all them years of no support. Yes, sir. And now that you've been through them times of being alone, okay, feeling uncomfortable. Understand this. Now you're starting to reap the harvest of your spring. This your winning season. Yes, sir. Somebody drop in the comments if that sound resonated with them, all right, or resonated with you. I want you to drop in the comments and say, this is my winning season, all right? Like I told y'all, when God yell action in your life, there's nobody that can yell cut, okay? Understand that, y'all. And so the last sign is going to be this, y'all. Number 5. The 5th sign is going to be this. You've learned from the lessons, okay? Let me say that one louder for the people in the back. You have learned from those lessons, all right? So I don't know, whatever you went through in your life, you begin to learn from your lessons. See, here's the thing, y'all. If you make one mistake, that's fine, okay? But don't keep making the same mistake over and over again. Let your mistakes be different mistakes, right? But see, with you've learned from your mistakes, you've learned from your lessons. So now you understand how to maneuver. So let me just tell y'all something, right? This right here actually just happened, y'all. Okay, and so I don't mind telling y'all because I like to be transparent with my, with my family. Okay, so let me say this: I had this topic of a video, right, and I thought that it would have been a dope topic. All right, and so as me being a YouTuber, I dropped the video and I had this particular topic on there, and I was like, dang, I didn't get the type of reaction that I thought that I would, right? So for those who know, if you do YouTube, right, you want people to click your video. You want people to watch your video, okay? And so once I looked at my numbers, I said, wow, this is a drastic change. Like, this is really a drastic change. Like, I'm not used to getting these type of numbers. Like, I'm used to doing way more. Okay, but what I understood and realized was, listen, you're only learning from your lesson. You made a mistake. That's okay. I got news for you. You're going to make multiple mistakes in your life. It's about how you learn from those mistakes. It's about how you learn from those lessons and how you can implement them, right? Apply them, which is called wisdom. That's where you gain your wisdom from, okay? So from that video, y'all, I learned from my lesson, came back and made triple, quadruple the views and the numbers that I was supposed to do. But had I not made that mistake, I would have never learned from that lesson, right? I would have never been able to learn from that, right? And so all I'm saying is, y'all, listen, how you know it's your winning season is because you learned from those lessons. Yes, sir, God brought you through that storm, right? Listen, if you managed your money terribly for you, that caused you to go through that storm, guess what? Now you're never going to do it again. Why? You learn from those lessons. Yes, sir, God brought you through that storm. This is your winning season. Okay, if you got with a person and you knew who they was, because a lot of times, y'all, we do that. We get with people, we know exactly who they are. We see all the red flags. We know exactly who they are as an individual, and we still do it. Guess what? We're gonna fail. But see, what you gotta do is learn from that failure, right? Y'all ever heard the term fail your way to success? Yes, sir. Somebody drop in the comments and say, fail my way to success. Make sure you drop in the comments and say, fail my way to success. See, in order for you to fail your way to success, you have to learn from those failures, right? You're not just failing just to fail. Just say, hey, I just failed, y'all. It's all good. No, you're learning from your mistakes. You're learning from those failures so you can then succeed, all right? And so I say this, y'all, to conclude what I'm saying. You've learned from those lessons. And those lessons are going to acquire and bring you more blessings. Yes, sir. Somebody drop in the comments and say, I got a blessing on the way. Somebody drop in the comments and say, I got a blessing on the way. See, listen, y'all, I want you to understand. This is your winning season. And when God gives action, there's no man or nobody that can yell cut. All right, so as I conclude this video, y'all already know how we do. Y'all make sure y'all hit any one of the links in my description. Check out any one of my books. That's 8 Steps to Self-Publishing a Successful Book, Rich Mentality, Traumatized by Love, as well as Fairly Unequal. Also, be sure to join any one of my memberships. That's my YouTube membership as well as my Patreon. I'm going to catch y'all in the next video. Keep a rich mentality. Peace.